Yeah, I guess like with technology, I guess.
No one needs weed.
No, because
I don't know. I feel like it keeps people from whistleblowing.
that's one of the advantages of not having.
No, but I think it should be maybe controlled by the government or something.
So what is one thing you think that is legal that should
legal
be?
it should be.
Yeah.
Not
That should
having
be
a
legal.
fucking rent cap. I think there should be rent control.
I think there is already rent control.
Any
Not
buildings in
new units.
Ontario, in new units built after 2018, they could just raise, if they want to raise the rent by 300%, they could do that.
Fuck.
And I think something that I don't like, and I'm not saying the court's already biased towards tenants, but I think the fact there are landlords out there who have purposefully done sneaky shit to evict tenants so they could raise the prices. And I think not having a rent cap will incentivize them to do that.
No, because
You remember what they did when they
yeah,
like...
but the thing is,
Rents.
they had to try to get us out so they can do whatever rent. But if there was no rent cap, then they could have just next year put whichever rent
That's
they
true.
wanted to. So
No.
it's the opposite. Having a rent cap will incentivize landlords to kick people out so they can put higher rents more. That's one of the advantages of not having.
No, but
a
I think
rent
it should
cap.
be maybe controlled by the government or something. And also that's true, what you just said. But I think that also shouldn't be allowed. Like, you shouldn't like pretend to bounce checks and then you could tell...
Oh, but that's illegal. That's
yeah,
already
that's
illegal.
already illegal. Yeah. But I'm still kind of like against no rent caps.
But again, what
And
do,
I think
what,
that's
what,
going to make housing less accessible.
NDAs, non-disclosure.
non-disclosure agreement.
Really? It's just-
Why NDAs?
I don't know. I feel like it keeps people from whistleblowing.
But so your concept is based on the fact that people cannot whistleblow. But
I
do you think
think-
that NDAs also make sure that it kind of like, you can say it cuts both ways?
Yeah, I guess like with technology, I guess it would prevent poaching, like employees. But then, if poaching's allowed, then like companies would have to really compete to pay their employees more, right? If they were afraid they'd get poached and tell them everything, then
But then if they could pay those more, then don't you think someone would just like take more money and then at some point just decide to quit and go to the competition? And
yeah, and then they'd
Because
also have the information.
yeah, so in that sense, I think NDAs
Yeah.
would make sure that, I think that to me, I think non-compete clauses are usually unfair to, for example, athletes. Like if I get out of this place, I'm not allowed to go somewhere and do the same thing for a certain period of time. No, if I'm done with you, I'm done with you. Let me go. But NDAs, I think that is...
Yeah, I guess I would keep them, but just in like that scenario. I feel like they get misused a lot to just silence people. So I wouldn't exactly. I guess getting rid of them would be a bad idea, but changing when you can give someone an NDA.
I will make drugs illegal.
What type of drugs?
I would make weed illegal. for
Weed?
example. Yeah.
Why?
I don't see the
Is-
point to have it legal. Like, you know, I don't think it's something that people really benefit from.
Do you know cancer patients use marijuana as a way of getting their appetite to eat?
When you go to the doctor and the doctor prescribes it for you, that's one thing. But when you just take it for
And
whatever,
are we doing a blanket ban on all drugs or just weed, so that we're clear? Are we banning alcohol too, tobacco?
Well, I
Just-
think that's up to you. If you want to put the stuff in your body and harm yourself, sure, go ahead. But I feel like, you know, as before, like we didn't used to see so many weed stores in the streets. Now we see so many. So how did people that have medical problems used to do before they have medical problems? They need weed. No one needs weed. You know, that's my opinion. It shouldn't be legal. Yeah.
Yes,